Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I'm gonna do a story time. I'm sorry, I'm at work and it's noise and I don't know what's going on. We're gonna pause for a second, make sure don't nobody pop out. Okay. So, I'm going to do a story time. I'm waiting on my food from Uber Eats, which has been well over an hour, and I'm going to make sure that they compensate me. First things first, let me get into these. I have been getting so many compliments about my nails. I appreciate it. The only thing that worries me is the length. I'm not used to the length, but I've had them for almost 2 weeks, so I'm kind of proud of myself because normally I done went back to my cousin and said we gotta cut these down. But the next time I go, we are gonna cut them down, but not too short. But we are going to cut them down or whatever. And I'll take you guys with me. Moving forward. So I wanna do a story time on how on my first heartbreak. Yes, I'm going to do a story time on my very first heartbreak. So, while I wait for my food, let me start. So, back in like 2011, like right around when I turned 19. That's crazy, I remember that. Yeah, like right when I turned 19. I was dealing with this guy. So, we're not going to use real names. I was dealing with this guy named, we're going to call him K. I was dealing with this guy named K. And he was 2 years younger than I was, but we was dealing with each other. Nothing. It was what it was for real. But he was like, he didn't want to be my boyfriend no more. So I couldn't be mad because, he young or whatever. So, he want to go out there, live his life. Cool. So, but in the process of us trying to figure out what we were doing, I met this girl. And we're going to call her, we're going to call her Q. So, in the process of me and Kay trying to figure out what was going on, Q shot her shot or whatever. So, me and her talking or whatever, nothing too serious or whatever. I ain't going to lie. We did the little adult thing. And she was the first time that I ever did anything with a girl or whatever. But I'll talk about that at a later date and time, So now me and Q talking for real. So me and Kay, we just break it off. We decide we just gonna be friends. So now me and Q like really talking. So now it's the beginning of 2012. Like right before I turned 20. So we get together. We make it official February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. I don't know how or what happened. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened that way. So me and Q together. I was living with my sister at the time we got together, but me and my sister got into a little squabble, whatever. So I moved out my sister's house and I moved in with her. So me and Q, we live together. When you're young, you don't care who lives with you at times. Like, because I was only 19, about to turn 20, we had a house full of people. I'm talking about it's me, Q, her brother's girlfriend, and another brother or whatever. But it wasn't like it was crowded because me and Q had our own space, they had their own space, and the brother had his own space. But still, like, at this age, that wouldn't be going on in my house. Like, who you playing with? So anyway, me and Q together, our relationship getting stronger or whatever the case may be. So at this time, I was working at a daycare. So I get up, catch the bus, go to the daycare, whatever the case may be. She doing what she doing or whatever. So I had little suspicions that, you know, Q might have been talking to other females or whatever. But like, I never got any proof, right? Right. So, so we all had to end up moving out of Q's house because the house we were living in was her grandmother's house. And the grandmother was no longer able to, even though we were paying rent, the grandmother was putting up whatever the mortgage was on the house, which no one really knew. She was just asking us for whatever she asked us for. So we put up what she asked us for. Long story short, on that situation, she wasn't able to keep the house no more. So we all left. So me and Q go live with my mama or whatever. So me and Q live with my mother. Now my mama had this house or whatever. It was a nice size house. And again, it was a whole bunch of us living in this house. But everybody still had their own space. That's very important. Everybody still had their own space. So moving right along. So now it's like Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas. So me and Q go to my little family events around Christmas, and we got this one event called Dirty Santa, and it's basically a game where everybody comes and, you know, bring a gift, and you put the gift under the tree, and everybody get a number, and when your number's called, you go get a gift. You can either keep your gift or put your gift back and choose something else. But you can only do that once. Now, the second person that's behind you, they pick their number. They can come steal your gift or pick a gift from underneath the tree. That's why I call it Dirty Santa. The game is real wicked, but it's very fun. So anyway, fast forward to she's coming to the family events, you know, we spent New Year's together. Like, things is going great. So now it's our 1 year anniversary. And for some reason, she just did a whole 180. Because you can't say 360. 360 is a full circle. So 180, she went the opposite way. She just switched up on me, y'all. And I don't know why. So she was doing these random disappearances, not answering her phone, like just doing the most. And I'm trying to understand why or whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on, you know, trying to figure it out. But one thing she kept doing was while she was working, she kept giving me money, though. I'll say that. That's what she kept doing. Sorry. So now, so that was in February of 2013. So now my 21st birthday is rolling around, right? And she acting real crazy. So from February to June, because my birthday is in June, she was just acting real crazy. So in the month of like May, or maybe into April, she told me that she had to go to her dad's house, which was not too far from my mom's house, walking distance, so she could put her brother on the bus. Her brother had a disability or whatever the case may be, which is not uncommon because I have a brother with autism, and we really used to have to wait until the bus came to get him for school, put him on the bus, or make sure he got on the bus or whatever. Like, we had to walk him because he could walk himself, but basically make sure he got on the bus, and then we go to school, work, whatever we was doing. So because I have a little brother with a disability, I didn't think that, you know, she would lie about something like that. I'm like, okay, you know, do what you got to do. Didn't dispute her or nothing. Matter of fact, supported her in doing it. I even offered to come help her, but she was like, no, it's cool. They don't want all these people at their house. What up? Fine, I respect it. So now it's about June, the beginning of June. So my oldest nephew graduates from kindergarten at the time. So we all go to the graduation. We all go to Dave & Buster's because that's what he wanted to do after the graduation. Y'all, so I just had this really, like, my women's intuition was speaking to me like it wasn't anything. Like it just kept saying, you need to find out what's going on because it's something not right. You need to find out what's going on. Something not right. So I don't say nothing during the whole day. I had an attitude because it was so loud. And I'm just like, yo, what is happening? I didn't know if nobody was coming out the elevator. So, so then, we do the whole Dave and Buster's thing, whatever the case may be. So she leaves that night. She said she's gonna go put her brother going to her dad's house to put her brother on the school bus. I don't say nothing. Y'all, I was dead wrong for what I'm about to tell y'all I did, but I did it. So, the girl at the time, who was my best friend, she come and get me. She like, you all right? So I'm telling her what's going on. So she like, well, what you gonna do? So I asked her, I said, yo, where you at? My bad, y'all. One of the residents was talking to me. So, oh yeah. So I told you I was talking to my friend or whatever the case may be. She like, well, what you gonna do? So I took her iPad and I hacked her Facebook. But I know it was wrong, but I'm glad I did. So I'm going through her messages. Nothing, at first, nothing stand out or whatever the case may be. Like, she not really, on no crazy stuff from what I'm seeing at first. So I get to these certain messages. So we're going to call this person Ronald. That's what we're going to call them. So I get to the messages with Ronald. And the first message I saw was, baby, did you tell her about us yet? Excuse me? Let's back it on up. Tell who about who? Oh, okay. So now somebody want to fight. So, y'all, I clicks on the messages and I scroll up because I need to see how long whatever's been going on has been going on. So apparently her and Ronald, and yes, Ronald is a guy, and she was supposed to be gay. So apparently her and Ronald had been dealing with each other for some time or whatever. So at the time, I just got a notification from Uber Eats because they playing in my face. And I bet you I get all my money back for this order. Because it's working on well over an hour and a half now. But I'm going to get my money back. So, at the time, Q was working at McDonald's. Actually, we both were, but I quit because I just felt like McDonald's wanted you to do too much for the little bit of money that they was paying. But she was still working there. So, and Ronald was her manager at McDonald's. So apparently they had been dealing with each other for some time. But the crazy thing was, Q was the type to be the guy in the relationship. So she dressed like she really looked like a little boy, y'all. Like I'm not saying that to be funny or anything. Like she looked like a boy. So y'all, I'm scrolling through the messages. He asking her, you coming over. She telling him I'ma beat it. So all those times she told me she was going to her dad's house, negative, she was around there with him. So then the message that really blew me was, babe, did you tell her about us yet? So mind you, I told you I got my friend iPad. I hacked into her Facebook and read all of this. Okay, so I calmed down. So I changed the Facebook password because I need this evidence. So my friend at the time is like, yo, calm down. So she trying to keep me out the house as long as possible because she know if I go home, I'm going to spaz or whatever. So she don't take me home till like 1 a.m. or whatever. So when I get home, I run upstairs. I go in my sister's room. Sis, let me hold your phone or whatever. So, because at that time, my phone was broke. So I take my sister phone. I log into the Facebook, screenshot everything. Boom, 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 screenshot it. I sat downstairs on the couch from literally like 2 a.m. till 9 a.m. when she walked in the door. I never went to sleep. Didn't blink. Didn't do anything. Didn't get up to use the bathroom, nothing. I sat on that couch literally for the longest time. So she come in there all happy. Hey, babe, this, that, and the third. Where was you at? She like, I told you where I was at. You want to change your story? I said, you want to change your story? You want to be honest? What's up? She looking at me. I said, yo, I hacked your Facebook. I said, you've been dealing with Ronald all this time. Mind you, I knew the manager because, like I said, I worked at McDonald's. I just worked at another location. But the locations that we were working at, it was like 5 of them that were owned by the same person. Like, he brought his own McDonald's or whatever the case and became part of the franchise. So like they would send different people here, there, or whatever, basically rotating the employees through the different 5 stores. So I'm like, yo, you been dealing with Ronald or whatever the case may be? Like, I thought we had a conversation. Pause. Disclaimer. So what I mean about I thought we had a conversation, like I told y'all, I was dealing with a guy before I got with her. And when I got with her, I told her, like, I'm not like fully gay, but I just like you, and I don't mind, you know, being in a relationship with you, doing anything with you, or whatever the case may be. If I ever get the urge to be with a guy or want to, you know, have sex with a guy, anything, like I'll talk to you about it beforehand, because I just felt as though she deserved that respect since she was like, well, supposed to be a full-blown lesbian, and I was the bisexual one. So I'm like, whole time, you out here cheating on me with a guy, and I'm not even doing anything. Like, yo, I was not doing anything, but it was so many people trying to get me, or whatever the case may be. And all she could do was stand there with the freaking blank look on her face, y'all. She just stood there like, and I'm just downstairs, because we in the living room. I'm just in the living room going off. Like, yo, I can't believe that. Like, why didn't you come talk to me? Like, I thought I was easy to talk to. I wouldn't have judged you. Like, at the end of the day, you're a female. So, like, you probably had an urge to, you know, deal with a man or whatever the case may be. Like, I was just so confused, y'all. So my sister's standing at the top of the steps because she trying to make sure, like, we don't fight or whatever the case may be. So fast forward to, that was like at the beginning of June, like between, I think, like June 9th, June 10th, one of them days. So fast forward to now, it's like a week before my 21st birthday. So she had left for a few days or whatever the case may be, or whatever the case. And she came back. And she came back because it was my birthday, and her and my sister was planning me a birthday party. I hate surprises, but whatever. So I ruined the surprise, but they still threw me the party. So her and my sister doing whatever it is that they doing for my birthday. So I started talking to this other girl, like, because I told her, like, yo, once you cheat, that's that. So I started talking to this other girl. So when she found out I was talking to another girl, she got in her feelings. And I asked her, I said, how can you get in your feelings and you was cheating? And I said, you didn't even have a reason to cheat. It wasn't like I was bothering you about anything. I wasn't down your back about anything. Like, you just cheated because that's what you wanted to do. Y'all, she just would cry and I don't want to lose you, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, if that was the case, you would have never did what you did. So now let's fast forward to June 21st. That's my birthday. So turned 21 on the 21st. So it's my birthday. I do my own makeup and all of that, or whatever the case. So the girl that I was talking to, I told her I wanted her to be my date for my birthday party. And yes, I knew that she was going to be there. Talk about a conflict of interest. But they never had words or anything. My ex just went in the house next door and was crying the whole night. So my neighbor come and was like, Tracy, she in the house crying. All right, what you want me to do? So my sister best friend like, no, y'all can't be mad at Tracy because that noise is doing it again. And I just walked down that hallway. I think people throwing trash away in the trash room. But anyway, so like I said, my sister best friend, like, y'all can't be mad at Tracy. That girl did what she did or whatever, and Tracy didn't deserve that. So let Tracy live. So I think the birthday party happens, I get drunk or whatever. I don't remember what happened after all of that. So then it's the next day. So the next day, my sister from New York came down. So she's like, oh, y'all should come up to New York for Jay's birthday. That's her son, or whatever the case. So my sister talks to me one-on-one, not the one from New York, but the one I was living with, and was like, yo, I think you should try to give her another chance. She was like, maybe if y'all go to New York, talk things out in a different scenery, it might help. I'm sorry, y'all, my nose was itching. So we go to New York. We're arguing the whole time that we're there. We argued the whole time. Because in my mind, I just couldn't understand why didn't you just come talk to me? So we go to New York. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. So y'all, let me tell y'all how. I'm sorry, because this part is hilarious. Let me tell y'all how we get back from New York. She tells me she's walking to the store, and I ain't see her for a whole week. Didn't see her for a whole week. Couldn't find her, couldn't talk to her. Didn't see her for a whole week. And that's when I knew it was over. I knew I wasn't going to let nothing go. I knew I wasn't. So, 4th of July had passed, all of that. Or whatever. So, I don't even remember. I think she just came, knocking on my mother's door. And I was just like, why are you here? What are you doing here? Yo. So she comes in or whatever. So she pulled me up, talk about she want to talk. She want to work it out, this, that, and the third. So I'm just angry. So my sister knows it's going to end badly. So we talking. We get through the first night, okay. Yo, I got to pause my story. Let me tell you how they messed up my order. So I was supposed to get mozzarella sticks. They sent me fried shrimp. Never asked for it. They sent me the pasta, but I had no fork or no utensils to eat it. And they didn't even give me a soda, and I ordered a soda. So I had to go on the app, tell them my order was wrong. They gave me a full refund, as they should have, because I just had to go buy my own soda. And that's not what it was supposed to be. This looks so crazy, but I can't open the soda. I told you, life it's not impossible. It might be difficult. So, back to the story. So, as I said, after a week that she had left, she just popped up. How you just want to pop up out of nowhere? No explanation or nothing. So, like I said, my sister knew it was going in bad. So, like I said, the first night, we was cool. The second night, I'll never forget, y'all. We was sitting there watching Love Jones. And I saw her messenger him on her phone. Yo. I tried to, take her head off. You wanna play in my face? So we get to fighting. And basically, I beat her up. So we break up for good. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta eat this with my hands because I have no other way to eat this. So, because there's no utensils here where I work at. So, and they didn't give me none. So, after that, she left. And I went and I moved with my best friend. Or whatever. She tried to come back, talk about she wanted to work it out or whatever. I didn't. Her and my sister remained friends. I told my sister she wasn't loyal. Because whose side you on? So, fast forward to, I don't know. That was in 2013. No, that happened in 2013. She apologized. Talk about she want to get back together. That was like August. Yeah, like August of 2013. Told her no. So I go live my life. So like maybe years after that, January of 2019, she sent me a long message on Instagram apologizing for everything she did. I mean, so after that, we cool now. I don't have no problem with her. We're not like the best of friends. I don't be like, oh girl, let's hang out or whatever. Like, no. She lives somewhere else. She got a boo. I just be living my life working. I mean, that's that. I just feel so ghetto-y like this, and I really want to fall. It's just ridiculous. If this is the food not even done right, because there's no peppers, no onions or nothing in here, and it's supposed to be. But yeah, that was my first heartbreak. Like I said, we cool now, but I probably never, ever get into a relationship with another girl. Ever. Hold on, y'all. So, I just wanted to share that story time while I was over it. Or whatever the case may be. So, I'm trying to think what's the next video I'm going to upload. Makeup. I haven't done a makeup video in a while. So, I hope to see you guys on my channel again. Gotta keep eating my food with my fingers because I have no utensils in sight and they didn't give me them. Thank y'all.